You almost there. You almost there. But it's just that one thing that you're doing wrong that's sabotaging you. It's that one thing that you're doing that's hindering you. You wonder why you almost at the point that whereas you no longer worried about money. You almost over the hump. But it's one thing that you're doing that's sabotaging you. And a lot of us, we was lied to. We was as kids, and a lot of information that we got, it was lies mixed with the truth. And we got to relearn a lot of things. We got to start developing a different culture, a different way of thinking. We got to change our mindset. And it's your boy Chief Kick at MZT Motivation, man. Subscribe to this. We got some good gems for y'all today. I was that person, almost there, and I had to find out this the hard way. I had to find out this through trials and error. It's like every time I get there, I'm almost there. Something that happened, and it was me. I had to take accountability for it. But what's robbing most people is our language. We got a poverty language, and when you trying to get wealth, you trying to get that real bad. You trying to get that next level, man. You gotta have the right language. Like you can't hide that poverty language. It's a scripture in the Bible, Proverbs 18:21, that death and life is in the power of the tongue. The tongue is a weapon that can be used for harm and destruction, or the tongue can be used to heal and build up. So what is you using your tongue for? A lot of times we be playing and joking, and we be cursing. We be speaking negative things over ourselves. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. That's a very powerful verse. And when we was kids, we was told sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that was something that the elders told us and taught us so that we can just keep pushing, so that we won't be bullied, right? That was something that to keep us strong so that we won't be bullied. But in actuality, words are very powerful. The scriptures say that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So words are very powerful, and you have to be careful of the words that you speak, and you got to be careful of the names that you let people call you, right? Don't let nobody call you Big Dummy. Oh, here come Big Dummy down the street. If a person call you Big Dummy, guess what? You're going to take on the characteristics of a big dummy. Don't answer to it. If a person call you slow motion, here comes slow motion. Woo, woo. Don't you answer to it. You better not answer to it, right? Because why? If you answer to it, you're going to subconsciously send yourself a message that you are slow motion. You're going to subconsciously send yourself a message that this is what you deserve. And you deserve better. You deserve better. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and you want to surround yourself around people who going to speak life over you. You want to surround yourself around people who going to speak blessings over you, who going to tell you, yeah, you're going to be the next millionaire of the family. You're going to be the next person to make it to the NBA. You're going to be the next person to go to the NFL. You're going to be the head and not the tail. You above and not beneath. You a lender and not a borrower, right? And a lot of times we got that poverty line. We got that poverty language, and we speaking poverty over our situation. We speaking poverty over our kids. We speaking poverty over our community. We got to speak life. We got to speak life, even if the situation ain't looking like that, right? It's like if you see a abandoned building, right, and you wanna make this out of an investment, you have to start speaking life over that building. Man, I see this building. I see this building fixed up. I see this building. I'm gonna turn it into condo. I'm gonna rent them out. I'm gonna sell a couple. I'm gonna rent a couple out. You gotta speak life over your situation. You can't be speaking death over your situation. You can't be saying that, oh, this building ain't gonna never get up and running. We should have burnt it down. No, you gotta speak positive. You gotta speak life. The children of Israel was in Egypt for 400 years, and Yisrael, the God of Israel, decided to bring them out of their captivity. And he brought them out of Egypt. And they had to spend some time in the wilderness. And a 40-day journey took them 40 years. It's only supposed to be a 40-day, probably a 12-day journey. But a 40-day journey took them 40 years. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. They was in there. They was murmuring and complaining. Oh, Moses, you brought us out. Did God bring us out of here so we can die? At least, and they had a slave language. They had that poverty language. Oh, you brought us out of here so that we could die. At least when we were slaves in Egypt, we had onions and we had green peppers. And I was in the most brutal slavery. We was in the most brutal slavery. And this type of language out of slavery. But yeah, it's rough in the wilderness, but we free. We ain't making bricks for Pharaoh for free no more. Yeah. And that poverty language, we got to eradicate that. And that's what's stopping a lot of us from getting to the next level, that we never took the time to change our language. We never took the time to see if it really worked. We never took the time to manifest a God say that we supposed to have. I'm giving y'all this land. I'm giving y'all the best land on earth, a land flowing with milk and honey. This land here gonna produce all sorts of crops and it's all sorts of minerals over here I'm giving y'all. But y'all finna murmur and complain, and the enemy want us speaking that defeated language. The enemy want us speaking that negative, that murmuring and complaining language. And if you don't got nothing good to say, learn how to be quiet. If you can't see the sunlight, you can't see a brighter future, things looking bleak right now, instead of speaking negative, just be quiet. You ain't got to say nothing. It's better to be silent than to speak negative over your life and over your children. And a lot of times, look, when a person got that negative poverty language, teach it to our children, and we hear them repeating that. But when we got that positive language, I'm gonna be a great success. I'm a lender and not a borrower. I am a head and not the tail. I am above only and not beneath. I'm healed. And when we start speaking that over ourselves and over our kids listening to it, and they start saying, I'm gonna be a great success. I'm a lender and not a borrower. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above only and not beneath. They gonna adopt that same language. And now we got a people that's speaking language and it's actually manifesting. Prophesy over your situation. All of that negative talk, no more of that. No more of that. I don't want to hear it. I want to talk wealth talk. I'm going to be the next millionaire in the family. I'm going to be the next billionaire. I'm going to be the next developer in my community. I'm going to buy up the whole block, and I'm going to put people on. I'm going to start a real estate company, and the goal is I want to make 100. I want to make 100 millionaires. Let's speak that talk. Let's see who can make the most thousandaires. You want 500,000-600,000? Let's start 1,000 there, pro. Like let's speak this. Let's speak life. It's your boy Chief Kick, man. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe to this channel, man. And when y'all subscribe, leave a message in the comments. I subscribe, y'all. Let's speak life of our situation. We lenders and not borrowers. We the head and not the tail. I don't care how these gas prices looking. Everything going up. Guess what we finna do? We finna make more money. We finna make more money. Look like it's time for us to be a millionaire now. Everything going up. We gotta be a millionaire. We got time for us to get these billion. What I don't care what happened. We gonna be straight regardless. Cause we gonna speak life of our situation. We ain't finna be murmuring and complaining. We coming up with solutions to our problems. We finna bless other people. It's your boy Chief Kick. Remember, small steps, great distances. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with a friend, and let's take back our freedom, one word at a time. Peace.